Hello, welcome to LeadMaster. In this video, I'm going to show you how to configure LeadMaster to send SMS text messages to your contacts. First, I'm going to show you how to send a single SMS text message. And we're going to do it via Quick Actions with two different options. One, we're going to send a static message, and two, we're going to send a custom message. I'm also going to show you how to use one account for all of your text messages, or use individual accounts, one perhaps for each one of your reps. And finally, I'm going to show you how to send a text message to multiple contacts at one time. So let's get started. I'm going to click on Accounts to go to a list of accounts, and then I'll click on one of the accounts to go to the record. Here in my Quick Actions, I have a couple of different choices. Send text message number 1. I'm going to use this for a static message. Send text message number 2, again for a static message. Text message number 3, again for a static message. And then send custom text message. The Quick Actions are configured in customized pages. I was on the Sales Update page. To change the name, all that we do is click on it and say Send Rate Update Text. Okay, now that I've got my label defined, it's time to put the workflow in place that's actually going to send the text message. Let's go to Admin and Marketing Automation and Workflow. And here is my first business rule. Send text message number 1 static from a central account. And here's how I set that up. When Send Rate Update Text was checked, and this is simply the condition when Send Rate Update was checked, I click Insert and it comes in here, then do these things. Now, I am using an outside service. I'm using Red Oxygen. And in order to send text messages, you're going to have to get a SMS account from someone. In order for it to work with LeadMaster, it's going to have to support the HTTP post function, because that's how LeadMaster is going to talk with other systems. I chose Red Oxygen because they have a free trial. Let's go back to LeadMaster, and here is how I set this up. When I set up Red Oxygen, they gave me the URL that I should post to. And they told me that I would need a couple of pieces of information. One is my account ID. 2 is the email that I used when I set up the account. And 3 is the password. That's all that I'm going to need to authenticate myself so I can send text messages. And then there are 2 pieces of variable data. Where is the text message going to? In this case, it's going to the mobile phone number of the contact that I am on when I click the checkbox. And second, what is the message that I want to say? In this case, it's a static message. I typed it in. And here's how we configure these. So I select the fields here. The field name in this case happens to be message. Hello. And I click Insert. And there's my message, hello. Or if I'm using a variable like mobile phone number, recipient is what Red Oxygen wants, and I choose mobile phone number and click Insert. And it's just that easy. Once I've configured this, I'm ready to go. Now let's go back to my account list. Anytime I click this checkbox, that text message is going to be sent to the mobile phone number of the person that is on this record. So that's how we send a static message. What about sending a custom message? It's almost as easy. First, I have to have a field that I'm going to use to hold the message. In this case, I have repurposed an existing field, and I'll show you which one, where I enter the custom text message. And so I can enter here, your rate quote is. So let's take a look again at customized pages. And the field that I chose in this case is the installed base field. That's the standard label for it. And now we go back to workflow automation, send a custom text message. So again, I have the condition that if someone clicks send custom text message, and I've already inserted in there, let me delete and show you again, insert. So if send custom text message was checked, then do this. It's very similar to the previous one, except that now instead of a static message, I've used the field. Custom text message, and clicked insert. Okay, so that's how we send a static text message and a custom text message. For those, I used a central account. Let's see how we use individual accounts. So the sub-accounts are based upon the email address. So all that I have to do is change the email address, leave the account ID and the password the same, and that will be charged to the individual users. So for example, I may have an account where I say we can spend $100 a week. And I've got 10 people and I say everybody gets $10 worth of text messages every week. I just sign them each an account with their email, do that in Red Oxygen, and in order to do this so that it is charged to them, what I do is I just simply have their email in there instead of a static one. So here I've said the email is equal to the sales rep's email. So email is equal to the sales rep's email, insert. And because I've got different layers in the hierarchy, I might also have partner rep's email. And so I just replace the static email with this, and I'm good to go. And that is how I can send text messages from multiple accounts. Okay, let's see how we can send a text message to multiple contacts via update records. To do this, I'm going to need a field that I can use to fire off workflow. Let's take a look at our record again. In this case, I've got group text messaging, and I've got different fields that I've set up to send different messages. And of course, these labels could be customized. It might be send a rate quote, please give me a call, whatever it happens to be. And so I can associate a workflow with each one of these that sends a different message. So let's take a look at the first one. Send text message to multiple people. So I'm going to say when group text number 1 equals send message and group text number 1 was updated, then update the record by sending this email. In this case, it's a static message. And then I want to update that after I've sent all of the text messages, I want to update that to say the text message was sent. And why would I do that? Well, I do that so that when I look at it, when I look at the record, I'm going to know that text message was sent. So let's do that now. Let's see how I set this up. So first of all, I go into Customize Pages. And in this section, this is the special interest section. And I simply set up these various fields for group text number 1, and of course you can customize that label. And I've got 2 values in here, send text message and text message sent. So I go in, and let's go into our list of accounts, and I click on the record that I want, and maybe I want 50 records. Maybe I select the entire page. So I say select page, and I can have it go, and maybe I'm going to send it to 19,000. But in this case, I'm going to say I just want this one. Whether it's 1 or 1,000, it works the same. And again, this is a privilege to be able to update multiple records. But I'm going to come in here and I'm going to say group text messaging, number 1, send text message. Update the records, click submit. It is now going through that workflow, and when I take a look at it, when I take a look at this record, that now says text message sent. So I know at a glance, this customer, this prospect, has been sent the text message. Now, if you want reporting on your text messages that were sent, you're going to need to go into the SMS provider, log in to your account, and get your reporting there. And that's all there is to sending SMS text messages, whether it's 1 or 1,000 in LeadMaster.